Hello there, adventurers. It's Neon here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins with our elf mage, Idris. And we just got through with our harrowing, and we were greeted in our quarters here, in the apprentice quarters, by our friend Joan, and we were told that we need to go see Master Irving. Irving? Is that right? Irving, yes. See what Irving wants from you. It's where we need to go next. But, I'm kind of interested in checking out what there is around here in the dorms. Hello, can I talk to you?
Jowen's been acting weird all day. Have you seen him?
Unfortunately, yes. We have seen him. This looks like the bath rooms. It is, as a matter of fact. What do we got here?
Of course.
Lyrium dust. And also we have a tutorial down here. Friendly fire. The powers of magic are significant, but can be uncontrollable. Mages have access to spells like Fireball that affect a whole area rather than just a single target. While these spells are useful against groups of enemies, they are also indiscriminate and will harm friend and foe alike. At the easy difficulty setting, however, party members take no damage from friendly fire. A new party member has joined... Oh, well, that's all from the previous thing. Okay. So, yes. Friendly fire is a thing on normal. And we're going to be mostly trying to stick with normal, I think. Just because. Let's take the lyrium dust. After inhaling lyrium dust, the user regains a small amount of mana. Only spellcasters can benefit from it. Yes, take all. We also have a couple health poultices, so let's go ahead and slot these down here. And delirium dust. Oh, I can't. There we go. Okay. So we're going to keep playing things at normal for now, and hopefully that will be fine and we don't have to change things up too much. And there's another sparkly thing over here. Let's see.
Of course.
What's in this chest? Apprentice Cowl. +5 mental resistance? Does Idris look good in a hood? Not particularly. So things look... The design of some things look quite interesting when it comes to this game. The armor designs and the robe design, some of that stuff is certainly interesting, to say the very least. So let's go out here. We need to find Irving. But who knows what else we're going to find along the way. In here... Who's this?
Hear what?
More mage apprentices.
I heard they suspect someone of dabbling in blood magic. Why would anyone do something so stupid? That's a death sentence. That's what I hear anyway.
That's what I hear anyways. So, that
As you say.
is another point when it comes to this setting, is because of magic being so powerful, and they're very afraid of either mages becoming abominations or using blood magic, because blood magic is very, very frowned upon, and it has become very stigmatized within the setting. So basically, if you use blood magic, you're pretty much immediately labeled as evil, to say the least.
Very well.
And yes, we are going to loot pretty much everything most of the time, because I am a loot goblin. Magic staff. Oh, we don't get to keep our Staff of Valor. That's fine, so we'll take that. No big deal. And what do we have here?
Of course.
Stuff in the books. Blank vellum. Fine treated lambskin suitable for exacting illustration and script. I don't know if we can actually do anything with those.
Must control the fire with your will. Keep the flames steady. We don't want it sputtering and leaping about. That's what causes most of the injuries.
Yes.
Injuries? But...
Steady. It reacts to your emotions. If you panic, it will... No. Breathe.
Oh, no.
You know, in my experience, flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
Maybe so, yeah. We don't want to, especially being around all this flammable material, books and papers, you know, maybe you should get this guy to not be doing spells like that. That seems highly irresponsible. Ay, ay, ay.
Do any of you remember what the Chantry says about magic?
Magic must serve man, and not rule over him.
Very good. And what do you think that means? Can anyone tell me?
Hey!
No, that's not what it means.
It means that magic should be used to help people, but we can't use our magic to force people to do what we want.
That's right. We should not abuse the gift the Maker has given us.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty rich coming from the Chantry, who force us to live here from being kids and then basically force us into submission to be a mage for them, and or suffer the consequences of becoming Tranquil, or just outright being killed. Yeah, rich of them. Don't abuse our power. Pfft.
Concentrate. Hold the shield. If you put all my power behind that spell, you would have been obliterated. I am not your enemy. Fear is your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited. Should you face a demon with your will... No? Then stand firm and know you can resist whatever I throw at you. Again.
I don't know how it's being picked up over the recording, but is the audio doing the weird thing for you guys where it seems like every once in a while the audio for some of this ambient dialogue will be very muffled, like it's happening in a different room? I don't know what's causing that. Maybe I need to check some audio settings and all that stuff. Everything seems fine elsewise, but not with that. Lots of books. Ooh, can I read this one? No, I cannot. What is this X over here? Oh, could I actually, like, talk to the enchanter?
I remember when you were this age. Adorable.
Oh, yeah.
Does your mentor give you lots of homework too?
Yes, it does. Quite. Maybe the X was just indicating that something was going to happen there?
I can't wait to
Being
learn
in the
fire
tower is
spells.
much
It
better
looks
than
like
being on the
fun.
farm.
Alright. Nothing else that we can glean there. Where is the enchanter?
Congratulations on your test.
Thank you, thank you. Do I need to go up the stairs or down the stairs? Let's go
It
up.
will be done.
There's Owain. Joan talked about him. Hello there.
Welcome to the Circle stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Are you really a Tranquil mage?
I voluntarily submitted to the rite of tranquility. I was unwilling to undergo the harrowing. I find this state agreeable.
You actually like being this way?
I see the world with clarity. I remember the days when my mind was filled with inconvenient and seething emotions. Now things are simple.
Well, and now you're no longer a person.
My body is similar in form to yours, possessing an equal number of limbs, appendages, and internal organs. I perform the same physical functions. My mind is capable of higher thought processes. Am I to be denied personhood because I do not feel as you do?
I mean, being a person is more than just physical parts. What about ambition, emotion, feeling the pride and the, of accomplishment. You don't get any of that.
I have thoughts and memories. I remember my past, my childhood in the tower, and my apprenticeship. These experiences defined me. My lack of emotion simply adds to what is already there.
But emotions are essential.
I propose we agree to disagree. Personhood is not measurable. Therefore, we should let this rest.
Alright, what exactly happened then during the Rite of Tranquility?
I was ordered to never speak of it. I cannot go against the Circle's wishes.
You freaking robot? Okay. Alright, well, I should go now then. You're not going to talk to me.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah, something definitely weird with him, for sure. A bunch of tranquil people, it seems. Hello?
Today I shall be making more potions to send to the mages at Ostagar.
Okay.
If you want something from the stockroom, you must speak to Owain.
Right. Side rooms now. What is around here?
That's not. Into that. Will they? They haven't done anything, and I've heard that the Equitarians are starting to soften a little on the libertarian position.
Sympathy for the position isn't the same as support. Yet. As far as I know, most Equitarians prefer to remain allied with the Loyalists. You can see why, don't you? Just think of what the Chantry would do if suddenly the Circles were petitioning for more independence, or even a split.
Won't be pretty.
Ah, the short-sighted libertarians. They'll get their way and take us all down with them.
Lots of politicking going on, it sounds like. There's a lot of ambient dialogue that explains and delves deeper into things that you would just completely miss if you just kind of breeze past some of this stuff. There's another one of those little X's here that usually indicate that there's like something interactable to like view or to like talk to or something, but I'm not seeing anything. It's just another Tranquil. An empty bookcase.
Very well.
A section of books appears to be missing. Alright. Who took all the smut and hasn't returned it yet? Ooh, the 4 Schools of Magic. Primal. What do we have here? Those who oppose these shall know the wrath of heaven. Field and forest shall burn. The seas shall rise and devour them. The wind shall tear their nations from the face of the earth. Lightning shall rain down upon the sky. They shall cry out to their false gods and find silence. Andraste 7:19. Sometimes called the School of Power, the Primal School is the second of the schools of energy, balanced by spirit and concerns the most visible and tangible forces of nature itself. This is the magic of war, fire, ice, and lightning, devastation. This is what the vast majority imagines when they hear the word magic. From the 4 Schools, a treatise by first enchanter Josephus. Interesting. I do love the codex in this game. I tend to not enjoy codexes in regards to giving extra information about the world. I tend to not enjoy the codex as a form like this as much as I like the sort of Bethesda approach where you actually just pick up physical books in the world, and if you want to learn more about the world, you'd go to a bookstore, buy a book, and then read about the history from that said book. But kind of going back to the way that the UI looks, the fact that this kind of looks like a book and is fashioned to be like, these are pages and you kind of have this sort of tome that's open that you're sort of sifting through and everything, just that in and of itself makes me want to engage with the codex more in this game versus some other codexes. I like it when codexes tend to sort of make sense or make an effort to be kind of an in-universe application of things, where this does, because that it is fashioned like a journal, or a journal or a book, it does make me feel like that's kind of contained within the context of the setting. Somebody might, collect notes and stuff and put them in a big tome and be able to sift through them and read them at their leisure like that. So I enjoy the way that this is presented. It's sort of similar in the Mass Effect games, because it kind of makes a bit of sense to me that there would be this sort of narrated sort of log of things that could read to you and tell you what all the different things mean. And I spent a lot of time in that codex as well. It also just helps that their things are really well written within the codexes of this and in Mass Effect. So those tend to get a lot more time out of me in terms of investing in reading the material within them, whereas some other games codexes, it feels more of just like a band-aid. It feels more like we didn't really have a way to get this information in as you're playing, so here is a dump place to contextualize all our stuff. And I don't feel it's like that's necessarily the case with Dragon Age or Mass Effect. At least this Dragon Age, anyways. Hello?
Oh, excuse me. I didn't hear you come in. I'm sorry. I'm terribly busy right now. I have to prepare the room before the Grey Warden is done at his meeting with Irving.
There's a Grey Warden here?
Yes, Duncan his name is. He must be here to talk to Irving about something important. You know, I almost became a Grey Warden once.
Yeah, and I almost became the King of Ferelden. You're lying.
No, I'm not. There were several of us chosen, though the Grey Wardens only wanted one recruit. They only ever have one mage, you see. I think they thought I was the best candidate, but I was young and foolish, and I said I wasn't interested. They picked someone else instead, and that was that. I've regretted it ever since. Oh well, I should get back to my work.
Alright. Grey Wardens, eh? Wonder if that has anything to do with why Irving wants to talk to us. Take the lyrium dust. Oh, we also have a lyrium potion. Lesser lyrium potion. So let's move that over and then put that there. Oh, nope. That's fine. Have the lyrium things close together. What do we have here? Aha! More stuff. We're just rifling through everybody's stuff. And, that's okay. We're all a big happy family here at the Mage's Circle.
Ah, there you are. You are to be moved out of the apprentices' dormitory, and these are to be your new quarters.
Oh.
Tranquil will move your belongings this afternoon. Go on, make yourself comfortable.
Okay, so this is supposed to be my room. That's excellent. Yeah, it looks a heck of a lot nicer than the bunk beds downstairs. So then, this is my stuff then, huh? An acolyte's staff. Yeah, so it's actually a bit better than the one that I have. Let's take it. Let's go ahead and equip it then. Acolyte staff. Perfect. Very nice. Okay. That's my quarters then. Hello, who's my neighbor?
Everyone's so happy for you.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. What about you?
Irving wants to see you. Get going.
Yes, I know. Wait a second. Okay, this is very out of character knowledge, but is that okay? No, it's not. For a second, I was wondering if that was one of our later companions, but it is not. Hello.
Greetings. I'm glad your harrowing went well.
Who are you?
I am Cullen. I was to strike the killing blow if you had become an abomination. I am glad you didn't.
I thought all Templars liked killing mages.
Some Templars I know discuss such things with glee. I don't share their enthusiasm. I try to serve the Maker first and foremost. As long as I am guided by his commandments, I cannot go wrong. Honestly, I've never seen an abomination, or been called on to slay one.
You don't know what an abomination looks like?
As I said, I've never seen one, but when someone becomes an abomination, something must happen. But what if it's not obvious? Could abominations be walking among us right now?
What kind of Templar are so easily frightened?
This is still new to me. Maybe one day I'll be as dedicated and driven as Knight Commander Gregor.
Alright, if you say so.
You must be busy. Perhaps we can talk another time.
Alright, perhaps. I wonder if you'll go on to become any kind of interesting or important character at any point in time. Yeah, so the reason I wanted to play Dragon Age Origins is, A, because I love it, and I think it would make for a great, a fun Let's Play, but also because back at the end of last year, Dragon Age the Veilguard came out, which is the 4th game in the series, and I was quite disappointed by it, to say the very least. I have a ton of thoughts on that game that I can't really, it would be kind of pointless to kind of go in depth to right now, and would just take a long time, and I don't also want to just pile on a bunch of negativity towards it. I think there's plenty of that already on the internet without me doing that sort of thing, but it was quite disappointing for me personally, and the last time I was probably that disappointed in a BioWare game was the first time I played Mass Effect 3. And after I played Mass Effect 3, I couldn't touch the first 2 games, which I really love. I didn't touch it for almost close to a decade. And I wanted to avoid doing that with Dragon Age, where even if I'm disappointed by the Veilguard, I don't want that to affect my ability to enjoy the rest of the series. And so I thought, you know, I've been wanting to go back to Dragon Age Origins for a long time anyways. Why not do it for the channel and allow us to, you know, put Veilguard behind us and go through the series this way. I just also noticed that we have a level up, so we need to see how we're going to spend our level up. So, let's see. Strength and dexterity is going to be pretty much useless for us, like, ever. Whereas magic and willpower are going to be extremely helpful. Willpower affects our mana pool, but magic affects our potency. So I think we're going to take this up to 20. Constitution gives us more health. So eventually we're going to want to probably invest in that a little bit, but I think we're going to add an extra point into cunning. Next. And we can choose another spell. So we have the primal spells. We can give rock armor. Caster's skin becomes as hard as stone, granting a bonus to armor for as long as this mode is active. Or we have lightning. Friendly fire possible. The Winter's Grasp did not have friendly fire, so this would be more AoE type stuff. But we could also get some healing with a paralysis. Caster inscribes a glyph on the ground that paralyzes the first enemy who crosses its bounds, unless the opponent passes a physical resistance check. A single caster can maintain a limited number of glyphs of paralysis at once. That could be really nice. Death Siphon. While this mode is active, the caster draws a nearby entropic energy, gaining residual power from any dead enemy nearby to restore the caster's mana. Because what we really want is the Virulent Walking Bomb. It, is basically this on steroids. And Walking Bomb later on is very freaking cool. Mind Blast. The caster projects a wave of telekinetic force that stuns enemies caught in the sphere. Entropy Weakness. I'm thinking of either... Crowd Control is very useful. So something like Mind Blast, the Winter's Grasp, or the Glyph of Paralysis is going to be really important when it comes to this game. I think I might do Mind Blast because it sounds like it's a stuns enemies, so plural, whereas the Glyph of Paralysis can only do 1 or 2. Let's just look at some of the rest of the stuff. That knocks back enemies unless they pass physical resistance, whereas Mind Blast... for the duration of the spell but cannot move. So that just kind of takes them out of the combat completely. Let's go ahead and do Mind Blast. Okay. And let's go ahead and put this... Okay. Go ahead there. Oh, do we have another level up? Wait, what happened? Uh-oh. So we did that. What did I do incorrectly? So we did that. Clear previous play. Alright, there we go. That did it. That did the trick. So let's go in here and see what's going on in this area. Got more sparkle things. Frost Rock, Elf Fruit, and Deep Mushroom. So it looks like we have some stuff to make potions with. That's going to be very handy indeed. Senior
You're not going to keep the
Leoreth.
first enchanter waiting, are you?
I might. New Codex Maleficarum.
I'd avoid Leora if I were you. She's been rather testy lately.
Why?
Who knows? I'm not going to ask her why she's irritable. Women hate those kind of questions.
Fair enough.
Ah, this is infuriating. Another batch destroyed. Say, have you seen Owain? Is he in the stockroom?
Why, yes, I just spoke to him.
Oh, excellent. He wasn't there last I looked. I hope he still has some cinnabar lying around. When I asked last week, he said he was running out.
Alright. Yeah, we required a health poultice. Nothing else this way. Alright, now I guess we should probably get along with going to the first enchanter. I know, we've been forcing him to wait. That's not very nice of us. Hello?
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker.
What are you doing?
Blessed... Oh, hello. I'm reciting the Maker's blessings. Would you like to join me?
I think not.
I recite the Maker's blessings every day. It brings me peace in troubled times.
Just speaking words brings you peace.
It gives me hope that one day the Maker will hear us. That maybe I'll be forgiven and my curse will be lifted.
Curse?
Magic? What else?
Magic isn't a curse. You're being foolish. Magic is a gift.
Magic causes such misery. It's dangerous and vile and wicked. The Chantry must protect the world from us. Being born with something so terrible must be a punishment. I wish I could be rid of it.
Alright, well, she is definitely drinking the punch, hasn't she? Only a fool would not appreciate this talent.
Perhaps this is just something I will have to suffer through. I should go. My mentor only allows a few minutes each day for religious contemplation.
Ay, ay, ay. Prophet,
Of course.
Stay. Bride of the Maker. That's kind of long. I'm not going to subject you all to that. To me reading that exactly. Lots of stuff to read. Like I say, I don't know how many times I'm going to actually read stuff. Like, if something sounds interesting, I might read it.
I heard about your harrowing. Congratulations. Andraste must have smiled upon you.
Yeah, whatever. But, I also don't want to bog down things too much. I'm going to do that plenty already, so...
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own? Since when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
You sent for me?
Ah, if it isn't our new brother in the Circle. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is he.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
Of course. Well, and where was I? Oh, yes, this is Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
Is this why you had me summoned, then?
There is something else, but I wanted you to meet Duncan first. You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the King's army at Ostagar.
Well, who are we fighting?
The Darkspawn threat grows in the south. We need all the help we can get.
Darkspawn are a dwarven problem.
They have formed into a horde in the Korkari Wilds and threaten to invade north into the valley. I fear if we don't drive them back, we may see another blight.
Duncan, you worry the poor lad with talk of blights and darkspawn. This is a happy day for him.
We live in troubled times, my friend.
We should seize moments of levity, especially in troubled times. The Harrowing is behind you. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the Circle of Magi.
My leash, you mean? So yeah, the phylactery... Well, I'll let them explain it, but... Yeah. My leash, you mean?
Now, child, it's not that bad.
I'm sorry, what is this phylactery?
Blood is taken from all apprentices when they first come to the tower, and is preserved in special vials.
So they can be hunted if they turn apostate.
We have few choices. The gift of magic is looked upon with suspicion and fear. We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the Circle's insignia. Wear them proudly, for you have earned them.
Alright, what happens now?
Patience, child. You have been through an ordeal. Let us not rush things. It goes without saying that you shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone the rite.
Oops, too late.
Now then, take your time to rest, or study in the library. The day is yours.
Okay, fine.
I will return to my quarters.
Would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child?
Alright, if I must.
The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have matters to discuss with Gregor.
Okay. So, Duncan is with me then, I presume? You gonna follow me? Yes, he is gonna follow me. Excellent. It's on the east side, near the library. Have anything to say there, Duncan? Or are you just gonna keep running awkwardly like that? Alright, let's go. This way, Mr. Grey Warden. Here you go. Why are your quarters better than mine?
Thank you for escorting me.
You're welcome. You have anything to say?
Is there something else I can do for you?
I don't know, so... how many mages have joined the King's army?
When the king sent out the call, the Circle of Ferelden sent only 7 mages to Ostagar. I asked King Kaelin's permission to come and seek a greater commitment from the Circle.
Okay. 7 is quite a few for, you know, experienced mages.
I hope to place a mage or 2 within every contingent. I cannot do with just 7. Mages will make all the difference in this battle. The Darkspawn have their own magic, and our resources must exceed theirs.
I mean, I'd like to get out of this place. Could I join the army?
I don't know. Do you?
I mean... I would think I could help.
Then perhaps I shall speak to Irving about this later. Darkspawn are a greater threat than blood mages, even abominations. It takes decades for the world to recover from a blight. I wish the Chantry could see that. We must stop at nothing to defeat the Darkspawn. Listen to me. An old man's rantings can't be very interesting.
No, I like the way you think. I learned much from what you said.
You are too kind.
This guy knows how to get things done. So, tell me more then about the Grey Wardens and the Darkspawn.
Certainly. I am intimately familiar with these subjects after all.
Have there been many Darkspawn attacks?
A horde has formed within the Korkari Wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Darkspawn do attack the surface in ragtag bands, but archdemons are capable of rallying the Darkspawn, turning them into an unstoppable force. A horde of Darkspawn, a veritable army. It is dire news indeed. I fear this is what we will have to face.
Right. And the king is mustering an army to beat back this threat? I thought the Darkspawn were destroyed in the last blight. I've heard about Darkspawn sightings, but an entire horde? I thought the Darkspawn were destroyed in the last blight.
We can't seem to eradicate them completely. Somehow they always come back.
Alright, so... why were Irving and Gregor arguing about the war then?
It is not my place to comment.
Fair enough. Then shall we move on?
Yes, let's.
Okay. Oh god, is that Joan? It's probably Joan.
I'm glad I caught up to you. Are you done talking with Irving?
I think I am for now.
I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning?
Why are you whispering? It looks very suspicious, Jowan.
Shh! I just want to make sure we're not overheard. We should go somewhere else. I don't feel safe talking here.
You're starting to worry me, Joan. If you're trying to not be suspicious, then maybe you shouldn't be trying to not be overheard.
I've been troubled. I'll explain. Come with me, please.
Alright, fine.
We should be safe here.
Okay. What's going on?
A few months ago, I told you that I met a girl. This is Lily.
Oh. An initiate? You know that's forbidden, Joan.
So you can see why we wish to keep it a secret.
Lily's been given to the Chantry. She's not allowed to have relations with men. If anyone finds out, we'll both be in trouble.
Well... did you bring me here just to talk about your affair? You can trust me. I won't tell anyone. You should rethink this relationship, realistically.
I won't give Lily up for anything.
Oh, gosh. A romantic. Great. Get married, have some kids then. Can I go now?
There is something else. Remember I said that I didn't think they wanted to give me my harrowing? I know why. They're going to make me Tranquil. They'll take everything that I am from me. My dreams, hopes, fears, my love for Lily. All gone.
I mean, but if you can't feel, then you can't feel sad about it.
That makes it so much worse, doesn't it? Not knowing how much you have lost.
They'll extinguish my humanity. I'll just be a husk, breathing and existing, but not truly living.
How did you find out about this?
I saw the document on Gregor's table. It authorized the right on Jowan, and Irving had signed it.
Okay, why would they do this?
There's a rumor about me. People think I'm a blood mage. They think that making me a circle mage will endanger everyone.
Oh, so is that who everybody's been talking about? What are you gonna do?
I need to escape. I need to destroy my phylactery. Without it, they can't track me down. We need your help. Lily and I can't do this on our own.
Give us your word that you will help, and we will tell you what we intend.
You know, as annoying as this all sounds, and as much as I don't want to get into my my hands dirty with any of this, I do think all the ways that we're subjected to things here as mages is kind of ridiculous, and I'm willing to help out a friend. You have my word.
Thank you. We will never forget this.
Alright, so tell me your plan and make it quick.
I can get us into the repository, but there is a problem. There are 2 locks on the phylactery chamber door. The first enchanter and knight commander each hold 1 key. But it is just a door. There is power enough in this place to destroy all of Ferelden. What's a door to mages?
It can't be that easy.
What if it is? We have to try. I once saw a rod of fire melt through a lock. You could get one from the stockroom, but Owain doesn't release such things to apprentices.
Ah, I see. Alright, so then I know what I have to do. I see where the wind's blowing.
We should stay here. 1 mage at the stockroom will attract less attention than a mage, an apprentice, and an initiate.
You know what? Yes, that's a pretty good idea, actually.
Good luck. Our prayers go with you.